Afternoon to you, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Lake Norman and another AnglersChannel.com video exclusive. We got Pro Staffer Rob Digh with us on his Ranger on Lake Norman. And, you know, this coming Saturday, December the 8th, is the RYAN NEWMAN Foundation Tournament going out of Blythe Landing. I want to say 5th or 6th year, Robbie. It's been very, very successful the past couple of years, and they've grown every year. I want to say last year they had close to 200 boats. Big dinner on Friday night. Blast off is at 7:30 at Blythe on Saturday morning. There are going to be a lot of guys, a lot of teams coming out to fish it. It's for a good cause. But let's talk about Lake Norman right now and what you think some of these guys are going to have to do to get 12, 14 pounds, which is what it's going to take to win.
Yeah, John, you know, the weather forecast is really not that favorable for the fishermen Saturday. It's been taking, 17, 18 pounds to win up here. But last weekend, it fell off a little bit because we had a flat lake and high bluebird skies, and that's what you're calling for this week. So, 13, 14-pound range is, it's probably going to be your number that's going to win that tournament. And the guys are going to have to fish these schooling bait fish. They're going to have to look for them and try to target some of these fish a little bit deeper. With them having the amount of boats that they're going to have in this tournament, the shallow fish get beat up pretty quick. So I'm going to say it's going to be one off the bank, fishing some shad and maybe a few schooling fish.
You think anybody's going to find a 5 or 6 pounder out there this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, guys have been weighing in. It's been a 4 or 5 pounder weighed in every week on these weekend trails that's been going on up here. But the weights have been falling off really quick. It's been 1 or 2 guys having them, and then it falls off. And, a 10, 11-pound bag of fish is going to be pretty strong, I believe, in this tournament.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the week. I was out at Blythe Landing to showcase the water levels, and they've only got 2 of the 5 ramps open at Blythe this weekend because of the lake level. You can look over here on the bank, and it is way down from where it was at the end of the summer. Rob, is that normal this time of year, or is it a little bit more so than we're used to?
It's a little bit down, more than normal. They always, have a drawdown in the winter, but, we've had really dry conditions, and we just hadn't had any rain, and the lake is extremely clear. So, a jerk bait this time of year is a real prominent pattern, and there's a lot of guys up in the parking lot practicing. I've seen several guys up there, Todd Alton's truck, and they're going to be some really good fishermen here this week. So, you're going to see what this lake is capable of on a high bluebird day that they're calling for, and the conditions are going to be tough. But with the quality fishermen that's going to be here, it's still going to take that 14, 15-pound range to win. And with the lake being down, it's going to play in their hands a little bit. The fish are going to be a little bit easier to target, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens, John.
Yeah, you know what? KVD is going to be out there on Saturday signing autographs from 1:30 to 2:30 at Blythe, and then obviously a lot of the Bass Master Elite Series PR staff will be at the Bass trailer conducting the weigh-in. So Zona's going to be there. I mean, they got a good crew. This is a very, very impressive tournament that they put on, and RYAN NEWMAN specifically and his wife have put on. So ought to be fun. We'll be out there for the weigh-in. We're going to go out in the water. And Rob, let's go ahead and make a call. What do you think? You think 15 pounds wins it Saturday?
I think 15 pounds is going to be on the high end, John. I think it's going to be, around closer to 14, but, possibly 15 if they get a little wind. But the forecast, it's not looking that favorable for them.
Well, we look forward to finding out. Good to see you. And on a side note, 2013, folks, is not far away. I know everybody's planning their schedules. We're loading up new tournaments on the tournaments page on Anglers Channel almost every other day, something like that. Robbie, what's on your calendar for 2013?
Pretty much the same, John. The BFLs, and which they're going to have a lot of good team tournaments, which we talked about last year. They're all going to be coming back this year.
Expanding, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and better. So probably going to fish some of them Bassmaster weekend, and going to keep it fairly local, North Carolina, maybe, South Carolina. So with the gas expense and stuff, and with the team tournaments, there's a lot of money to be made local. So I'm going to hang around the house.
Yeah, Angler's Choice out of Martinsville just purchased the David Fritz facility up in Lexington. That's now going to be able to carry Ranger product. They're also going to add a North Carolina division to the Angler's Choice Marine Team Trail. So that's another big team trail coming in North Carolina. I think they're going to fish those upper state lakes, the Gastons, the Kerrs, the Jordans, those lakes up there, but the Falls. It ought to be a good division and just another great opportunity as a team trail. Hey, man, good seeing you. Thanks for taking us out on Lake Norman today. It's a little chilly today, overcast, kind of a good fishing day, but that won't be the case Saturday. We'll see you out there.